All right, guys, it's time for Wine, Music, and Games, episode 56. This time we have a red wine. Oh my goodness, a French red, as well as some music that I study to and is a classic of sorts. And then we're going to head down the Mississippi River for our game. Stay tuned. So how you doing, honey bunch?
Good. How are you, dear?
Looking good in that nice, what's this, suede? Is that
Something. Who knows?
Looking good. I really like it. All right.
Thank you, dear.
You look beautiful.
You're crazy.
All right. What do we have for wine today?
Well, we have a Burgundy of Pinot Noir from Bouchard, Aine in Field. This was a really lovely red that we enjoyed. Lots of those red, like berry flavors in it. A medium, I would say, acidity. So one that would be good with, say, cheese or pasta or pretty much any food. It's a little lighter red.
Yeah, exactly.
So beautiful color too.
Right.
We enjoyed this one a lot.
One of the things that you got to remember with French wine, whenever they do it by region, and the region tells you the type of grape.
This one's from
Beaune. French Burgundy is always, if it's a red, it's always going to be Pinot Noir unless they have a special dispensation. Beaune is kind of the main town, if you will, in Burgundy. We were fortunate enough to visit there a number of years ago. And so this Pinot Noir, if you think of it, that you have your village level, you have your premier cru, and then your grand cru. This is definitely in the village. Basically your red table wine. Right. So this is the everyday wine.
The price reflects that too. It's only about $17.
Exactly.
Very nice though.
Very nice. Yeah. And founded in 1750 before our country got founded. So it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
They do.
All right, the music this time, we spent some time up in the city earlier on in October, and whenever we have a chance, and Shelley's very indulgent on this one, if there's an album store somewhere around, it's like, oh, let's hike to the album store.
And in San Francisco, it too, so.
Well, you have to hike up a few hills. We had to go up a few hills. We were in the Hayes Valley, and we went to this record store, and we found the first 3 of these albums by this group, and I was like, I listened to those at school this past week, and then I actually have numbers 4 and 5. And the group is Mannheim Steamroller. They're from the 80s, and they did these great, really excellent sounding albums that were classified as new age, if you will, but they have it's this mix of both electronic and organic music. So you have flutes and bassoons and oboes and
birds.
Along with keyboards and birds. Exactly.
Yeah.
They tend to have some themes, and so Fresh Air 5, which is this one, which they did with the Cambridge Singers and London Symphony, is all about going to the moon. So it uses some electronica, and it has a beautiful inside cover here. I love instrumental music that doesn't get in the way of my ability to do other things. So it's on in the background though, but it captivates me in many ways. And this one, Fresh Air's 5, all of the Fresh Air ones by Mannheim Steamroller, very beautiful music, soothing, and worth checking out if you haven't done so. You like them too, right?
Yes, most definitely.
Most definitely. All right. And our game, this is one that we did as a re-review on the podcast a month or so ago. And it was great pulling it off the shelf again. Sometimes because the podcast mandates that we're playing new stuff or going back, we try to do now re-reviews whenever, especially when we don't have a lot of games coming in. It's a way of making sure that we're going back and checking out to see if these games that we have on our shelves are worth keeping around to get off the shelf again. Right. And this one is a definite big thumbs up. Yeah. And that is Riverboat by Michael Kiesling. Michael Kiesling, probably best known for Azul now as a solo designer, though he worked with Wolfgang Kramer for a number of years to do a number of different games. This one has some amazing mechanisms. It's definitely a gamer's game. Got a lot going on in it, but you are drafting workers to work on it and then take the crops to market, and you've got your riverboats that you're getting, and really a powerful game. 2 to 4 players. It says approximately 90 minutes. A 2-player game, if you know it, you can get it in about an hour.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But a really, really solid game. You like this one too,
I love this game. I think it's wonderful. I'm so glad we played it a few times, and we'll keep doing it because it's way worth keeping around, and you should try it if you don't have it. It's very good. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back over what we got.
This is a Pinot Noir from Burgundy, from the Beaune area. It's from Bouchard, Aine, and Phil.
Right, exactly. Then we've got Fresh Air 5 from Mannheim Steamroller. All of the Fresh Airs 1 through 5 are really beautiful albums. There may be a 6. I only have 1 through 5. All right. And Riverboat from Michael Kiesling, a great one from Mayfair Games, worth tracking down from a few years ago. And we really, really love this one. Can recommend it as a gamer's game. Okay. Remember, you can subscribe down below, hit the bell so that you know when things are coming. Invite your friends to check out our videos. They're nice and short and sweet, and hopefully you're enjoying them. And as we move through the holiday season, you got some good wine to drink. You got some good music to throw on. And and by the way, Mannheim Steamroller, a couple good Christmas albums too. And some good games to play. Worth checking out. Patreon.com/Garrett'sGames if you want to sponsor us. Tune in next week. We're always here. See ya. Bye.